That's the opening. That's it. Big opening there. Hey, everybody.
You want a 10-minute long opening that no one's going to sit through?
I wasn't complaining or
Sounded like
criticizing. I was just saying that's the opening. So if everybody else was waiting for a longer opening, I'm letting them know that's all you get. This is Jeff Gelman of Solid Canine Training, the wonderful Joelle, and this is the What Would Jeff Do show. We've been streaming for a very long period of time, 16 plus years. Dog training for over 20, not as a hobby, not as a recreational thing, full time, nonstop, every day.
The daily grind.
We've been down here in Florida for almost 1 year 5 now, and we've dramatically downsized our company on purpose for quality of life. We do 3 to 4 dogs at a time, primarily myself training the dogs, so you're dealing with me. Joelle proofs them, Angela proofs them. All the dogs live in a home that we work with, so it's a home environment in a neighborhood. And that's not a good sign.
It's already starting.
Everything is fucking up today.
Oh, what's wrong now?
The sound just went off. This is a troubleshooting podcast. Every problem, anything that your family pet dog could be doing that you do not want, we have a way to stop it. Anything. Anything. Effectively and efficiently. I'll get you going on this podcast, but if you truly want help for your dog, you just get into our world. Not with tips, not just free content. If you truly want to live a better life with your dog, you get into our world. So it could be something as simple as joining our online community, which is a year-long membership, which gets you access to great courses, myself twice a month live, an online forum to ask questions and get answers from people that actually, the community members actually know better than most dog trainers. You'll get better advice from our online community. 1,000% true. You'll get better advice from owners in our online dog training community than you will the majority of dog trainers out there. I would put at least half of our members up against any dog trainer out there, like especially the force-free dog trainers. I mean, we have incredibly skilled owners. Mm-hmm. They've had to, because they expect excellence from their dogs. And we show what we talk about. Resource guarding. We're experts on resource guarding. What do you know? We showed step-by-step protocols on how we stopped resource guarding with a dog here. From New York to here, we showed the first 7 days. The owners were here this weekend. Worked fantastic for their midway training. Today, I'll put up the video. We start doing chuck it with him every day now as one of his activities. But now Angela can walk right up to him, take away his food bowl. This is a dog that would maul you, attack you over the food bowl, not out of fear. Enough of that bullshit nonsense. Not out of fear, because the dog guards the bowl. It's called aggression.
It's so afraid it's going to rip your face off.
It's called aggression. The dog doesn't have big feelings. It's aggression. But it can be stopped. People are like, oh, well, if you stopped it so quick, it can't be aggression. It's like, no, it can be. Well, if we stopped it so quick, it can't be fear then either. Which way do you want it? Sorry, I don't fit your narrative.
Surprisingly, on that post with Enzo, because we showed everything that we did.
You got a lot of good feedback, which is not what we're looking for.
A few idiots.
But you get a few idiots. You always get a few idiots.
Why don't you trade? You can't even get close enough to the dog to trade.
This is why we don't trade. We don't do it because it doesn't work. That's why.
That's also what his owners have been doing before finding us.
We've been doing resource guarding. Oh, I don't know. Probably over 1,000 dogs we've successfully stopped from resource guarding. Why do we train the way we train? Because we have 100% success. That's why. Because we always get it right. That is why. And we show it.
We don't just talk on our soapbox. We show it.
We're not dog training.
And we show our clients being successful too.
We're not social media dog trainers. We're actually real dog trainers. There's a big difference, guys. A humongous difference.
All right, we got questions.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse says, I love that you guys are willing to take the time to answer questions. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for being
You know, here's the thing is we're answering questions on this forum, on this platform. If people have questions, this is the thing. Let me just put it out there, guys. Just to let you know, for other dog trainers as well. When you're writing us these long narratives.
Wow, this camera hates us.
Mm-hmm. When you're writing these long narratives to us about your dog and you're looking for help and you're contacting especially us, I hope you realize there's a significant charge to get help. Like, be expected to pay. But if you're broke and if you have a dog with serious behavior problems, you're going to struggle. Yep, that's just the truth. Don't go to a behaviorist, number one. If you have behavioral problems with your dog, don't spend money on a behaviorist, number one.
The money that you spend on a behaviorist for 1 hour where they're just going to put your dogs on meds, you will not get the answers you need.
You can spend the same exact money for a year-long membership in our community, and you will get 100 times the answers. And then don't get someone that's force-free. They will not be able to help you with your behavioral problems. They're married to a mantra and an ideology. They're not married to the success of you. It's very important to understand that.
Sounds like a big dick contest and like, but I'm telling you, you guys, we've just seen it like over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
I already went to a behaviorist. I've already spent thousands. I've already done this. And now I just found you.
Mm-hmm.
Because none of it works. They just want to keep you on the hamster wheel of session after session after session after medication. And then people stay stuck for years. It's like your dog's 5. They might only have 5 years left and you're still struggling. This is the stuff that like infuriates us, but this is also what keeps us going and keeps us passionate about helping people because it's insane already. It's like getting out of control.
Next.
Sorry, I just had to get that off my chest.
It's fine. Next.
Costello Kim says, how long should I let my new rescue decompress before introducing them to my outdoors? She just came in off the streets.
2 seconds. This decompression thing is bullshit. Your dog's been outside. Like, this decompression thing is bullshit. My first question is, what's your skill set? What's there to decompress from? What, were they late on their taxes? Did their spouse just file for divorce? Did they just lose their job? What do they need to decompress from? Nothing. It's outside. Do you know that dogs naturally should be outside? You're better off keeping your dog outside, actually, and then let it decompress. If you want to do the decompression thing, keep them outside and then eventually move them inside. Correct? They're dogs. They're animals. Your dog doesn't need to decompress at all. When a dog comes to here's a great example. Sammy, this is all dogs. These are just the dogs we have right now. But Sammy is the one that came from Virginia by transport. He arrived here at 4:53 a.m. and at 4:55 a.m. he attacked me. We started working at 4:56 with him a.m. Like, the work starts the second the leash is in your hand. Your dog does not need decompression. Your dog needs massive amounts of leadership and structure, rules, consequences. They do not need to decompress. The work, the process will shape your dog into what you're looking for. You don't need to build a relationship with the dog. The work, the process shapes the dog into the relationship that you're looking for. This decompression thing is for people with low skill sets. These are not attacks on any of you. This is the nonsense that's being preached out there. And this is why it's funny. I saw a post today from somebody that's like, it's a pit bull advocacy group. And someone asked them, they wanted to, we're moving, and, do you know of anybody that wants to take our dog? And they blasted the person. It's a forever thing, da, 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 da. And the first thing thought to, our shelters are over full. We have a huge problem. My first question is, I wonder if they are for or against training tools and using aversives in training. Because if you're going to preach, stop shorting your dogs. If you're going to preach, dogs are a lifetime. And then on the second hand saying, we want you to keep your dog in your house forever, but never teach it what not to do. Mm-hmm. Don't ever give up your dog, but never teach it that these behaviors are wrong. I hope people understand that. It's not about being force-free. It's not about being reward only. It's about never teaching your dog that something is wrong. You can't teach the dog that jumping on the counter is wrong. You can't teach the dog that biting someone is wrong.
And you're stuck with the dog forever.
Right. Don't give it up. Okay. It's all a big scam. And we'll take your money, by the way. And we need your donations. They don't care about you. They don't care about the dog. They care about an ideology. Because if they truly said, I want that dog to stay in your family the rest of its life, you're going to train it whatever it takes to make sure you win. Or you're going to do whatever it takes to make sure your quality of life is awesome. Show of hands. You and your partner come home from work at 5 o'clock. Your dog broke out of your crate, destroyed the house, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in damage, shit and piss in the house, barked nonstop and the neighbors complained. This is a yes or no question. Are you getting laid that night? The answer is no.
Definitely not.
Here's a good barometer. If your dog is doing things that's keeping you from getting laid, you have a serious behavioral problem with your dog. If your dog is doing things that keeps you and your loved one from going on a vacation because it costs you money for vet bills or never-ending dog trainers, you have a problem. Next.
Let alone, like, bigger than that. It's like some people leave their bed and they can't get back in it.
We have a
because
dog.
the dog's guarding it.
Enzo.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Enzo, imagine your dog's in bed. You leave your bed to go to the bathroom, like lots of men do these days as we get older. You can't get back in your own bed. Your dog's guarding it. Imagine that. It's extremely common. And it's not about, well, of course the dog shouldn't be in the bed, but it's a bigger thing than that. You need to stop the resource guarding as well. It's not about just moving the dog out of the bed because they'll pick something else to guard, like the couch.
Or a piece of anything you drop on the floor.
Anything on your floor. You're reaching something in your purse. Okay, you ready? You're reaching something. These are all real world stuff that happens to lots of people. Some of you maybe can connect with this. You reach in your purse to pull something out, and all of a sudden something else falls out and lands on the ground.
Happens all the time.
Your dog, you go to pick it up, your dog attacks you. Happens all the time. And it's not because someone was mean to the dog. Bullshit. That narrative is total bullshit. Because I put the hammer down on Enzo, and the last person he's even thinking of biting is not only me, but also Joelle, also Angelo, also any 2 shadow students that were here last week, anyone else that's on this property and in the presence of their owners. And we just started.
Where we went with that,
Next.
how we started, but here we go. Morgan says the community is amazing.
Thank you.
The ball cat, my 2 chihuahuas bark at every single person and dog they meet while we go out on walks. It's embarrassing. How do I get them to stop?
You have to understand, it's a very common issue. You have to know how to stop an unwanted behavior. The way you stop an unwanted behavior is through applying a punisher. Punishment is not a bad thing. It's the opposite of a reward. Okay? You call it punishment, you call it aversive. You don't redirect. So what do? How are you walking your dogs? What are they?
Chihuahuas.
So Chihuahuas, little tiny dogs. We have a neighbor with 2, I know what it looks like. We have 1, 2, 3 houses on our street with 2 sets of dogs. They bark nonstop. So firm leash pop, that works. E-collar stim, that works. A bonker, that works. And you start it though in the house. Most unwanted behaviors outside the house, you should be starting in the house. So for instance, when people walk by your house, do your dogs bark? Starts there. Your dog's not listening to basic obedience commands, starts there. There's so many things you can do in the house. Next.
See. Get that one. RJ said, "Oh, you really think so, Jeff? That our members can train better than most?"
1000%. I know they can. Okay, most dog trainers out there, they can't do even basic obedience to any level. They can't do public access. They couldn't get your dog to down in a cafe around distractions. They can't. They can't. Next.
Manny says advice on how to train a dog to go potty in extremely cold weather. Okay, Wes.
So it's probably an issue for a lot of people right now, I imagine. So what you do is you can make a little potty spot. Some people, you know what they do? They actually make a little tent for their dogs. You know, when you're down to zero and negative stuff, or it constantly rains, or, you know, frankly, not too many people want to stand out in the rain. Some people actually will make a little tent, the dog goes into it, and they go to the bathroom, shovel all the area up, and even put some heat in there. But it's all routine, all routine.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I'll go outside. If a dog won't go to the bathroom, I'll take the dog outside with me. I do this all the time with kennel dogs because some dogs actually don't know a proper bathroom routine. They actually don't know, come out of your kennel, put a leash on, come out of your kennel, wait at the door, go out of the door, go to the potty area. I'm going to be standing right there next to you. You're on a leash because I don't trust you. You're either dangerous, you're a flight risk, or I'm not playing keep away. And you go to the bathroom. You know what I do if they don't go to the bathroom? I go to the bathroom. I whip it right out and I pee right on the ground. You know what they do?
He does.
They
go.
They go. That's what I do. And then, cool. Now you understand the routine. We've had dogs here that for 1 week, they didn't understand the concept of going to the bathroom outside on command. That doesn't mean they weren't on pee pads, but they just had so much fucking freedom. They didn't know what a bathroom routine was. It's like, no, like 30 seconds. Go to the bathroom. I've got to put you back inside, grab another dog, repeat. Then I got to feed all of you. Then I've got to exercise all of you. Then I've got to do the dishes, clean the kennel, yada, yada, yada. So within a couple of days, the dogs are like, yep, we got it. Yep. Sitting at attention, slip lead on, come out, go to the door, automatic sit. I'm ready to go, Jeff. Go outside, they go right towards the potty yard. They come right back and go right towards the kennel door. So it's all routine, structure. Next.
They kept on stay consistent. Mm-hmm. RJ said, we all know that Joelle has the biggest dick.
Mm-hmm.
It's not true.
Yeah, she does.
It's not true. Yep. I'm working on not being such a dominant person.
How's that going for you?
It's not.
When does that start? Is that like, well, when you're driving by yourself?
I'm becoming more of a follower.
You are?
No, maybe in another lifetime.
It's fine. You're actually doing quite wonderful these days.
Jesse says, if a dog has no aggression, reactivity, or severe behavioral issues, but just needs house manners and basic obedience, do you still use an e-collar? So
let me ask you the question. Why does it matter what we use? I'm not trying to be a dick here. I'm not trying to be argumentative here. I'm trying to open up everyone's thought process on what e-collars do. How about this? Let's flip this. Dog has aggression, leash reactivity, and bad behavior. You don't need an e-collar. I can do everything with a slip lead. Big deal. I'm a dog trainer. I've got skills. I know lots of ways to train dogs. I understand the training theory of the dog. My question is, you're associating e-collar with something bad. Because if you were a humongous fan of e-collars, if you thought they were the most awesome communication devices in the world, it doesn't make a difference what the behavior is. So e-collars are fantastic for happy-go-lucky dogs. But you don't need to at all. Do we? Every dog, well, put it this way. I rehabbed Sammy's attacking me with no e-collar. Most leash reactivity, I stop with no tools. I could use a slip lead for almost everything. Big deal. I'm a dog trainer. Solid canine training is not about the ego of Jeff. It's not to showcase my skills.
Ellie's pretty much fully trained at this point. and
Ellie
we've only
is
worked on a
Ellie is
slip
fully leash trained. We stopped her screaming. If you touch her, she screams. Her whining, her barking. She knows all of her obedience commands, walks perfectly. Just put up a video today of her walking with the big dogs, and this morning walking, by herself, all with a slip lead, no other tools.
She didn't even have an e-collar until today. It just came in the mail.
Yep. So you don't need an e-collar. But my question is, why are we looking at an e-collar as something that's only for bad behavior?
Mm.
It's an incredible communication device. Also, what's her name? Stephanie? Sorry. Jessie. Also, your bar is too low for your level of expectation from your dogs. There's things that your dogs can do, your awesome dogs with no behavioral problems, that you can't even imagine that would improve your life dramatically. And an e-collar is going to tremendously help you. I'm not saying this to defend e-collars. I'm saying this because isn't it awesome that there's a product out there that can actually give you a better quality of life with your dog? So, so between e-collar and skill set, but you don't need to use an e-collar for any training whatsoever. All depends on where your bar is. I got lots of ways to stop aggression. My number one way, slip lead, and my skills. My number one way. That's how I stopped Sammy from attacking me.
And yes, it transfers because he hasn't tried to go after me.
And it transfers. He is safe with everybody in this house. He has not been e-collar trained yet. He's only had an e-collar on just to stop. He's starting to do some whining. A little bit of whining. It wouldn't bother anybody else but us. So he's been here for 8 days. And
ironically, the whining is like, I want your attention, Jeff. He's like obsessed with Jeff now.
It's funny because everybody's seen all the videos of him saying, oh my gosh, he looks like a different dog. Oh my gosh, this is great. Yada, yada. There's been only a slip lead used with him for his training. Because it's all about real dog training. The real stuff. Not fancy stuff. The stuff that makes him safe. The stuff that clears the cobwebs from his brain. But to answer your question, all dogs in our program get e-collar trained because we have a higher bar than most. Next.
Low dog training. How much of the day should the pack be playing freely versus training? Isn't play important for brain development in your dogs?
I think learning is more important than play. Personal choice. Sometimes too much play without knowing how to stop it. It all depends on your skill set. So most people with drivey dogs go, you need to tire them out. No, you don't. You need to know how to turn off the mind on a dog. Not shut them down, but literally turn off the mind. So it depends on your skill set, but play is awesome. But also, what does it look like? Is it nonstop, out of control play that you can't say knock it off? Does it lead to dog fights? Is it constant barking? Is it inside the house, which is we don't like? But so how much play? I don't know. Have scheduled play sessions. That's what I would suggest. So we've got scheduled walks. We have scheduled like chuck it. We have scheduled bike rides. Oh, yep. Each dog gets one bike ride a day. Each dog gets one chuck it session a day. Each dog gets 2 or 3 walks a day. If we were going to do play, which we don't do other than like with Ozzy, we introduced Ozzy and Thor to start teaching them actually how to stop playing. Also, they said Ozzy was dog aggressive and he's the farthest thing from dog aggressive. So we had to proof that. For personal choice, just make it a structured thing. Yep. Write down your days, write it on a calendar, write your schedule down so everybody in the family knows. But most people let their dogs play too much. But again, all depends on where your bar is. You're never going to take your dogs anywhere in public. Dogs are outside most of the time. Nobody comes to your house. You put your dogs away when people come over. You don't mind your dog's slight bad behaviors or bad behaviors. It's your life. You can lead it any way you want to. Next.
Terry said the reason I joined with you guys was because of your honesty. I learned more from you both than I did from the trainers I took my dog to first.
Yep. Thank you. We hear that a lot. And unfortunately, a lot of trainers don't want to be honest. Because you know why? They're trying to get you to like them. I'm not. Now, that doesn't give me permission to be an asshole or a dick or disrespectful. But I'm not trying to get you to like me. I'm trying to get you to have an awesome fucking dog and a better quality of life. If you like me because of that, that's fantastic. But I'd rather you like the results, because I rub people the wrong way, which is fine. I'm not for everybody. Anybody doing great things is rubbing people the wrong way. I'm not here, and I'm not here also to have like social media. I don't need social media. This isn't a vanity project here.
No, but honestly, like, if you're our client, it is our job to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yep.
What are we gonna do?
Yep.
Say all the nice things and beat around the bush? Like, you hired us, you put your trust in us to give you answers. We're gonna tell it to you, even if it's not what you want. If it's not what you want to hear, like, we tell you what you need to hear. We don't say it out of a heartless place either. We say it because we want you to win.
Yep.
So
Next.
there's that. Faded kennels, male dog getting told place and growls while going inside the crate. Do you keep repeating with a correction till he doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, yes, conceptually, yes. There's an art to it, though. But yes, so the yes is kennel up, dog's like, fuck you, Jeff, fuck you, Jeff, fuck, as he's going in. It's like, you know what? Okay, you're going to give me a little bit of attitude. That's some growling is. Now, some growling is like, you're lucky I'm not sitting in front of you because I bite you. Okay, so now we got different things. If you keep doing the same thing and you're not getting different results, it's time to start doing a different thing. But if a dog growls when you goes in the crate, what I'll do, I'll pull it out of the damn crate and I'll probably bonk it. Bonking is a cotton towel. Yep. By the way,
the comments on the show are out of control.
By the way, for someone that might think that's harsh, the first 2 days Sammy was with me as he was trying to attack me, it was a correction fest. Did you guys see day 3? Everybody was saying, oh my gosh, it's incredible to see him with me. It doesn't destroy relationships. It doesn't get the dog to be afraid of you.
And funny enough, so Jeff was like the only male handling him. So it was me, Allie, and Shayna, the 2 shadows, all females. He was way softer with us for whatever reason. Never really tried to go after us. He had like a vendetta against Jeff the first few days because dominant male. But like way better relationship with Jeff now than he even has with me or any, like, because they've got that going now where I still have to like work Sammy more to get that. He's instantly bonded to Jeff. And Jeff was a hard ass with him.
Also, I am as a hard ass. Even with play and training, I'm still demanding of him. But I feed him, give him water, give him freedom, train him, work him. So everything. Next.
Wilhelmina Pan. Oh, it's Lynn. Hey, Lynn. As a rather experienced dog trainer, 40 years, I personally can vouch for what I learned in my first hour with Joelle. Little things I was missing that she immediately picked up on and pointed out.
Nice.
I took her wise advice and continued to use everything she taught.
Good.
You.
Congrats.
I miss our one-on-ones.
Who's that?
Lynn.
Oh, Lynn. Oh, yeah. Lynn's a badass. Yep.
She is a badass. Big fun. RJ said, laugh my ass off. Are you getting laid that night? Joelle is calculating in her head where Jeff is going with that. I was definitely lost for a minute, but it's about quality of life. Like so many dogs are, ruining people's quality of life.
Yep.
And then because they can't get answers, like they just live with it and like normalize. It's not normal. It's not normal to be fighting over your dog.
Dogs are the biggest cock blockers there is.
Yeah.
Yep. Next.
W. Fogarty says, how do you guys stay so young and good looking with everything you're doing for your dogs and other people?
Wow, thank you.
It's a really good, I don't know.
Well, Joelle
just aging over
Joelle is young and good looking, so it's easy for her.
I stopped getting Botox. I stopped dyeing my hair.
I just turned
I don't know.
I just turned 60. So I've been sober for 35 years.
We don't drink or do drugs.
I'm physically active, mentally active.
We eat pretty clean.
We eat very clean, like almost no packaged food, almost no processed food. We keep our weight in check. We're both very physically fit, meaning we're active, biking, exercising. When we go to Greece, it's every day, swimming in the sea, biking every day, walking a lot, eating, like I cook, so every meal is cooked.
And meditate
From-
daily.
from-
I think
from scratch.
meditation
Yep.
and like state of mind
Yep.
stuff is very
Yep. You've been reading the Bible a lot.
have a
lately.
relationship with God. I
Yep.
think that's
Mhm.
important.
Yep.
Go to church.
Mhm. Yep.
You got to take care of yourself.
That's right. You only got one life. Next.
Collagen in my coffee.
Mhm.
Alpha Basic training for dogs. Since you're doing amazing with Sammy, we're watching.
Thanks. Yeah, Sammy, he's fun. He's actually fun. Now I got to be careful though. Why? He started now having separation anxiety now from me.
He's like, where'd my daddy go?
Yep. So it's like, it ain't no ego flex. Trust me. It's like, it's the last thing you want from a dog. It's like, absolutely not. So he's got to get corrected for that. But he's doing good. We're doing good. We're going to go, I'm going to introduce him to the bicycle tomorrow. So I'll have Angelo or Joelle video me actually introducing him to a bike. So we'll go bike riding. Yep. He's gonna be a lot of fun. He's gonna be a lot of fun to work. And we're going to take him, give him a bath. So they just opened up a new Pet Supplies Plus right down the street from us. And they have
It's really nice
a
there.
do-it-yourself. Yeah, you took Wes there, right? Yeah, for his bath. Yeah.
Because it was so cold
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, we usually hose our dogs off in the backyard, but I might as well try this,
Well, he is so, what's the word? He's
dirty.
like, dirty, and his hair is coming. I'm like, let's do it somewhere else,
Yep.
not here.
Yep.
Let's see. Alessandra. Hey, Allie. 12-week-old puppy growling. 12 weeks old. Growling at anyone that disturbs him when sleeping since 9 weeks old.
Okay, so couple of things here. Couple of things. Is there a proper kenneling crate routine for this dog?
Right.
Number one, why isn't this sleeping 12-year-old puppy in a kennel, in a crate? Not to keep it from growling, but it's like for success for life.
Puppies need sleep.
They need sleep. They need 18 to 20 hours a day of sleep. So now we have to do human training. So if the puppy is sleeping and you're waking it up or disturbing it and it growls at you, well, hold on here. Like, check yourself first. So I would need a little bit more situation. Now, if there's a 12-week-old puppy and it's just laying there and you walk up to it and it growls at you, different situation.
I skipped Morgan's by accident. Sorry, Morgan. I never understood that trade bullshit. Yeah, try that. No, really don't. With a real resource guarding dog, and they will bite you.
They will not just bite you, they will maul you. People have to, like, it's so funny because these are dogs that will maul you. Because when you go to redirect or offer something to trade, your hand is attacked. And anyone that works with these dogs knows this.
Or like dogs that we've worked with, they don't even wait for that. How about the owner where she had this dog in her house for like 48 hours or
No.
24?
24 hours.
Came from the rescue. She puts the food bowl down, goes to make her coffee.
20 feet away.
And the dog chases her across the kitchen and attacks her because it had finished its food and it was resource guarding. Imagine that.
People are like, this whole redirect, trade, run from that. Run from. It's not because we want to like you to train like we do. It's like it's very dangerous to do. And is there going to be dogs going to be successful with that philosophy? Of course there is. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can have a dog growl at me and I can be like, knock it off, and it never growls again. Most dogs though don't do that. They'll keep growling and they'll escalate. So there's always levels. Remember, your experience with one dog should not control your whole narrative. And everyone always has I had a dog that, big deal, you had a dog.
A dog.
That you were able to do that protocol with. Try 10,000 dogs. Most likely 1,000 of them with a specific issue, like 1,000 dogs resource guarding, 1,000 dogs leash reactivity. Actually, leash reactivity is probably 3,000 dogs. Talk to trainers that have got like vast experience and have supplied social proof. They don't just talk about it.
And the dog is successful with the owner.
Yes.
Right? That's what we care about.
It transfers. It always transfers. Well, I stopped resource guarding. I was patient because I wanted to be humane. I did it for 6 months. I'm like, you could have done it in 6 seconds. So, and that's not transferable. 6 months? You kidding me? Next.
John says, hey, Jeff and Joelle, stop by to say hi, but can't stay tonight.
Okay.
Hey, John.
Hey, John, how are you?
Tanya, dog training is not for the faint of heart.
Well, it depends. I mean, rehab is not. Absolutely not. Now, if you want to just crate train, house break, do all your marker training for puppies, that's fun. Little puppy play groups, that's fun. if you want happy-go-lucky dogs and you want to teach them, tricks, agility, fly ball, dock diving, have fun with these dogs, that's fun. It's exhausting, but it's fun. Rehab, I enjoy it, but for most people, it's not fun. Next.
Sid, evening J&J. Hey, Sid, hope you're doing well. Morgan said, e-collar is like a cell phone for your dog. Hell yeah, it is.
E-collar is fan. I want everyone to know that we've been e-collar training. This is not an ego flex. In the top 1% of dog trainers that you can find working in the United States right now, maybe the world. We've been doing it for a long time. 20 years of e-collar training. Not too many practicing dog trainers are doing that. Just training in general. So folks have got to understand that even e-collar trainers out there still don't know how to utilize an e-collar. For instance, family pet dog training e-collar is different than sport dog training with an e-collar. It's two way different things. Same exact collar. Two different philosophies. Next.
Let's see. Terry said, any suggestions for getting a dog into the swimming pool? My puppy fell in chasing a ball and now avoids the pool.
Yep. We have a 100% success rate on teaching dogs how to swim. That doesn't mean they'll like it, but we can teach the dog how to swim. So I've taught personal dogs how to swim because I have a swimming pool. This is back up in Rhode Island. We have one here, but up in Rhode Island. And they didn't like swimming. They actually never went swimming after I taught them how to swim, but they at least knew how to get out of the damn pool. So I've got 3 videos, minimum 3 videos, but I have 3 how-to videos on our YouTube channel for free. In-ground pool, above-ground pool, and open body of water. Most dogs learn after 1 session, and I show you exactly how to do it, step by step. And you don't have to be supporting your dog, and you don't need a life jacket. You need a leash. Next.
RJ said, that dog attacking on the story had me scared. You talk about Sammy? Yeah, he was scared.
You didn't even show the attack. You didn't show the lunge. You cut it off.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was yeah. And then the next day he lunged at my chest.
It goes for center mass.
It goes for center mass, yeah. But not anymore. Nope. Why? Why does Sammy, everyone, a lot of people, I love all of you, and all of you are being really kind. Oh my gosh, it's great. He learns that, there's, about love and structure, yada, yada, yada. That's why he's not biting. And I put it right out there. The reason why Sammy is not biting me is because he knows that I will put the hammer down on him. I don't say this all grandiose and, what's the word? Braggadocious. But he knows the hammer will come down hard if he even raises a lip to me. And guess what? He's just loving life now. He's like, cool. Got it, Jeff. No problem at all. So don't try to bite you. Don't growl at you. And things are cool. Sammy, things are cool. Absolutely. Cool. Awesome. But guess what now? You have to listen to all this other stuff too, because you have to be trained. Remember, he's here for training. So he's got to be on leash, off leash, obedience trained, good state of mind, socialized, public access. Like, we got our work cut out for us. But the reason why he is not attacking me, and the reason why he is good now with Joelle, with 2 shadows that we had last week, with Angelo, it's not because of the structure. Yes, that helps. It's not because of me being a strong leader. Yes, that helps. It's not because he decompressed. It's because he knew the hammer. Because why? Because the hammer did go down on him. And it's not pretty. And I talk about it all the time. And if you want to know how to do it, it's in person. Because there's a lot of variables and there's a high risk of danger to yourself. But this is what we do for a living. And we teach it to others. But it's life or death for a lot of these dogs. Enzo, life or death. Ozzy, life or death. And he wasn't aggressive. So this Akita, no, they didn't say it, but if he keeps biting, it would be life or death. Most big, powerful dogs, it's life or death. Next.
Brian, e-collar is an incredible tool. It allows you to give your dog the ultimate freedom, enables you to communicate with your dog wirelessly from a distance.
So many things.
I typically find the working level with every dog is different so that they understand what I'm asking them to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the groundwork is done with leash and collar. And then e-collars laid over. Yes.
Yeah. You're preaching to the choir, Brian. Good for you for being so observant and understanding all that stuff. Keep in mind that every dog can be e-collar trained. Oh my God, Jeff says every dog needs an e-collar. No, I didn't. I said every dog can be e-collar trained. You can't say that with food, because we get a lot of dogs in that you can't. By the way, most food trainers, if a dog doesn't take food, guess how they get your dog to take food? I hope everyone realizes this. They don't feed your dog. It's extremely common in the industry. Don't feed the dog till it's hungry. Oh, you're not going to work for food? Put you back in your kennel. Take you out in the afternoon. You're not going to work for food? Put you back in your kennel. Next day. It's very common. So take that with what you want. Next.
We have a 4-month-old half German Shepherd, half Husky. He sometimes gets in this mood where he bites and growls. His broken skin. A trainer that we had come by said it cannot be fixed.
Okay, so what that means is that trainer doesn't know how to fix it. Just to let you know, that trainer doesn't have the skill set to fix it. So he should have said, or she should have said, they should have just admitted it. I don't have the skill sets to fix it. They should just admit it. And they should have recommended someone else. Because everybody knows who's good at aggression rehab. But it's unethical for someone to say that, especially since they didn't even fucking try. Right? Next.
Let's see. Making sure I'm caught up on Instagram. Work smart dog training. How do you keep behavior mods from burning you out working with them so much?
You can. I got burnt out in Rhode Island. You know, I'll tell you what. I'm only doing 3 or 4 dogs a day now. We live in Florida. All I do is board and train. That's it. Okay? I don't go on the road anymore. I don't do one-on-ones anymore. We do owner shadows, trainer shadows, our mastermind conference twice a year, and board and train. We live in Florida. It's sunny. I take a minimum of a 1-hour sun break every day, middle of the day.
Gotta get that vitamin D.
All dogs put away, go out in the sun. Many times you'll find me swimming naked in my pool.
Not a lie.
I like to have sex in the middle of the day. I cook while I'm training dogs. You'll often find me.
The camera goes out. It's like enough, Jeff. TMI.
This
You can't send your question in a message. No, you gotta type it here.
You'll often find me cooking meals while I'm working dogs. So I'm quality of life person right now. Everything for quality of life. But we have mentorship programs possibly that might be perfect for you, because I know what it's like to get burned out. I've been in this industry for a long time. I've been working heavy dogs for a very long period of time. So I know exactly how not to get burned out right now. Next.
Yeah. Tim says, I haven't seen Jeff peeing with the dogs in any of your videos. You gotta pay for those. That's why.
That's on my OnlyFans account.
It's on the OnlyFans page.
It's on my OnlyFans page. All right. Okay, it's me with my butt cheeks and my stream. It's the German OnlyFans. Okay.
Sadly, I'm the one filming it.
Hair,
It's a joke, guys.
Hair Gelman.
Shut up. I can't. RJ said, hey, Joelle, I think someone is feeling a bit frisky today. Jeff's just divulging everything on the fucking internet today.
Well, why not? Get it out there. You guys want honesty? We're giving you honesty.
Kirsten, I have to say, after the last live where I brought up my dog's leash activity and resource guarding with only me, I've gotten a slip lead and started nudging his head if he tries to cross in front of me while walking. 2 days into the slip lead and way better results. I also have a prong and e-collar, but I haven't needed them. He's also improved because I immediately stopped allowing him on the couch or bed. He's 4 and we started from scratch after the attack January 12th.
Good for you.
No babying, nothing.
Good
for
become a badass. That's how dogs are trained. Love and affection is not going to stop bad behaviors.
And you're going to see your relationship with him get
better. Imagine that. Damn, I put the hammer down. I became a badass. I became structured. I didn't put up with any shit from my dog. Oh my gosh. Like, I feel so much better with my dog. I actually feel better about myself. I'm communicating with my spouse, my partner, my kids. Holy shit. Who knew? I knew. Joelle knew.
Jeff knew. We knew.
Yep. Next.
Christine, you guys are great. You helped me with my bloodhound who was resource guarding at a very young age. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. If your dog is resource guarding, that can be stopped in 1 to 2 sessions. Not managed. Stopped. Stopped. Next.
Casey, when I put the e-collar on my dog, it's hard to set him up for counter surfing. What would be an alternative method to correct?
So e-collar on the dog, high value food on the counter or on a chair, low counter maybe so the dog doesn't have to jump up. Yummy, yummy, yummy stuff. Nothing with bones that the dog can choke and die on. Nothing poisonous. And leave the room, set up a video camera, and wait. Try that. See if that works. See if that works. Like set it up. Like set the dog up to fail. Yep. You set the dog up to fail.
Put a piece of meat right there.
Right there.
Dangling on
right there. Just the dog goes over to it. Head goes up. Boom. Yep. High level correction, by the way. That's how you stop it.
Allie said, yes, he's created lots, but when he falls asleep out of the crate, he does this, the growling.
Got it. Keep a leash on him. Keep a slip lead on the dog, and you'll be waking him up with the slip lead going, let's go. Come on, let's go outside. Have him go to the bathroom and then put back in the kennel. Okay? That's what we would do. So if we had a dog, if I was raising a puppy right now, which I'm not interested in doing, if I was raising a puppy right now, I would have obviously lots of structure, but yep, just like you said, dogs fall asleep all the time. So what I would do is I'd have a slip lead on the dog because the dog's not underneath voice control yet because it's a puppy. So I would just probably nudge the slip lead. Come on, let's go. And then we go outside, do a potty, and then bring the dog into the kennel to finish the sleep. Next.
Brian said, I have a 2-year-old Cane Corso foster. She's afraid of the world. What do you suggest?
Hire us, to put it bluntly, hire us. Because there's hundreds of things that you'll need to do, which are within your skill set, most likely. So any dog that's either aggressive or fearful, or just any dog, once they go into our system, our training system, their world expands. So in a minimum, depends on what your budget is. If you're not part of our online community, it's $497 a year. I'm not in this to like sell you stuff, but I might as well offer it out there because it'll change your life. And don't hire a dog trainer because a $500 dog trainer is just not going to help you. They just don't. $1,000 dog trainer is not going to help you. So what you need to do is follow this program. There's a program called Green to Graduate. We also have a fearful dog course, numerous fearful dog courses, Green to Graduate. So, but massive structure, leadership, start training that dog. Yep, these are the rules. These are the commands. You can correct the dog for behavior too. Don't baby the dog. Don't repeat a possibly made up story because you said it's a foster. So possibly made up story. Remember, there's a lot of lying in this industry. The dog was this, the dog was this. How do you know? They're assuming it because it's a fearful dog. Doesn't matter. The history of the dog never matters, ever. It's never affected our training whatsoever. We just train them up. We're not training Navy SEAL dogs, we're training family pets. So lots of structure, lots of leadership, full obedience, stop unwanted behaviors, work on the dog's state of mind, expose it to as many environmentals as possible. But we have full programs step by step on how to do this. In our community, you would also get coaching. Next.
Dalian says, with the courses, should I master one course before moving on to the next, or can I work on a few courses?
You're talking about in the community? So for instance, okay, it all depends. Like,
what are you struggling with?
What are you struggling with? You're right. So Green to Graduate is all your obedience on leash and off leash.
We tell everyone to go through it though.
No matter
even
what.
If your dog's leash reactive, even if it's resource guarding, go through
Green to Graduate. Because no one's bar is as high as our minimum bar. Our minimum bar is higher than most people's maximum bar.
And you'll find cracks. The best example is today. We have an owner shadow here for this week. Their dog randomly will go after dogs, randomly be leash reactive drug. We can't figure out the trigger. Dog didn't trigger on any dogs today. Like, okay, let's start with the basics.
But what else did it randomly do though today? What did it randomly not do today? Go in its kennel.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
So I was getting there. We were like, let's start with the basics. Crate drills. Dog wouldn't go in the damn crate. Because they're like, well, we only put him in like once a day when it's time to go to bed and we just shove him in. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
almost the whole session was getting that dog to go on the kennel
Yep.
on cue.
Yep.
He literally, if he could have given his owner a double middle finger, that's what he was doing. He's like, I'm not going in this crate. That right there is directly related to
Leash reactivity.
random acts of leash reactivity.
It is. And no one believes it. No, but it's credible. The
The
first
dog doesn't take you seriously, period.
Yep. So incredible. So great. We see it all the time. We see it all the time.
So sometimes that's what I'm saying. People get into green graduate, they'll skip crate drills.
They always skip the crate
Oh,
drills.
I don't need to do that. Oh, I'm gonna skip this. They cherry pick.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Go through because if you green to graduate, it takes us about 10 days to go through the program. It takes your average owner about a month. So you might as well go through the program. But you can still be stopping other unwanted behaviors, as well. Because green to graduate doesn't teach you how to stop barking. So of course you can stop barking. You can stop barking, digging, you can stop resource guarding too. Next.
Amanda. Okay, it's the long one. Here we go. I have a 2-year-old pit bull named JT. I fostered, then adopted from a shelter. Isn't reactive or aggressive. I've never seen him growl. When he's uncomfortable, he gets skittish, may shake, tends to avoid rather than be confrontational. Pretty neutral about people, doesn't enjoy being petted, talked to, or engaged with. He's not food motivated. People don't function as a reward for him right now. I've been doing low pressure desensitization, bringing him along to calm places and letting him observe without forcing interaction. I'd like to start basic obedience and recall. I would love to hear how you approach treating a dog like this.
Okay. We've worked with, first of all, let me ask you a question. Why did you tell me your dog's name? Why did you tell me your dog's name? So there's a specific reason why I'm asking that question. You're most likely not putting enough pressure on your dog. Now, it takes a skill set to work with a nervous, fearful, anxious, flighty dog that wants to avoid pressure. If you're too emotionally based, it will be very difficult for you to do. Sometimes people associate too much pressure with being mean to the dog. So if your head is there, it might be hard to start making these breakthroughs that we make through so quick. A dog like yours, we would put in our program and we would train it like any other dog. So when you've got a dog that doesn't want to do it down because it's stubborn, or doesn't want to do it down because it's afraid of the world, because in a down position, it can get attacked and it's really uncertain. When you have a dog that won't do it down because not only is it stubborn, but it's dominant, like Sammy, I'm not fucking doing it down. I'll bite you if you make me do it down. Really? That's interesting. Both objections get the exact same training. Leash pressure.
Yeah, if he's not taking food and doesn't care about praise, you have no choice really
so
but pressure.
Get food out of your training program. I'm not against food. Get food out of your training program. Praise, you can give your dog praise, but not as a reward. Get that out of your training program. Start the process. Start the process.
Leash work.
We have it's all leash work. It's all going to be leash handling. And believe it or not, an e-collar is going to be your best friend.
It's great for dogs like that.
And that's not because shocking a nervous dog. No, that's not what it's about. It's a third-party pressure source.
It's usually novel, something they haven't felt
that
before.
breaks through. So we see dogs get so effing confident because it actually can be less confrontational. Believe it or not. What? Shocking the dog is less confrontational? Yep.
For fearful dog, okay, so for example, if you want your dog to do it down, say, Amanda, what do? You have to reach for it and pressure it down.
Because it's not going to take a food lure, so you can't do lure.
With an e-collar, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do all that spatial pressure. So fearful dogs do extremely well on the e-collar.
And we know this because, I don't know, thousands of dogs we've rehabbed that have been truly fearful. More fearful than yours, even though I haven't met yours. We've worked with dogs that I've done feral dogs in South Carolina, a pack of dogs. It's all documented. These are wild dogs that if you approach them, they shit and piss. Putting a leash on them, crocodile roll for 2 minutes straight, and then shit and piss. It's all documented. It's all documented. This goes back probably 12 years ago.
You might want to think about getting in our community.
Yep.
because you can get all the courses that'll show you how to do this without food. They'll show you how to e-collar train, and then you can ask questions. Like there's a lot of people in there
who have got
who have dogs just like yours.
All different breeds. And I know it's a far reach. I know you might be brand new to our world. I know it's a far reach. That, oh my gosh, these guys want me to use an e-collar, a shock collar on a fearful dog. You want me to use an aversive on a fearful dog. I get it. I understand. I really do. I want you to know I do. I know what the struggle here and here is possibly that's going through your mind. I want you to know that. But we are so successful with social proof with these dogs because you're going to be told there's nothing you can do. This is the way the dog is. It's genetic.
Oh my God, who's ripping ass? These dogs.
That dog.
Wesley.
Right, that's a West fart.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh, toxic.
Nice. All right. So we can help you.
Terrible.
We can help you before the leaves get back on the trees. Seriously.
May says, I have a neglected and malnourished case. It's an XL American bully, 7 months old.
7 months.
As a rehab behaviors trainer, teaching a baby shark to play nice is just as difficult as an attack dog. LOL.
Yep.
Never had socialized as a pup.
Yeah. 7 months, and you haven't seen the worst of it yet. So, it sounds like you've got some experience. So, just a little bit of, affirmation for you and a little bit of support. It's like train them up like any other dog. Go through the work, go through the process. Yep. This is the process. We're going through the process. Yep. I know you're malnourished. Guess what? I'm going to feed you proper meals. Yep. You're going to have an environment that's going to be open for you to be successful with the training. Cool. Past doesn't matter. Move forward. Next.
Wes just gassed us out
in the left. Left.
How disrespectful. He literally gassed us. And it's like, I can't even stand to be around it.
It's called the fuck you fart.
Oh my.
So disgusting. It's your dog, by the way. It is. It is her. I don't just say that because he farted. It actually is her dog.
That's some assholery.
Mm-hmm.
DM, I'm in Flagler, Colorado. We have a 1-year-old Jack Russell Terrier who hates a crate. We're always home since I work from home and my husband is retired.
Mm-hmm.
How can we help her adjust to a crate without losing her mind? We've always crated our dogs with no problems, but she's a struggle.
Okay. Number one, being home all the time can make it hard because
where's she sleeping?
There's never any sleep. Where's the dog sleeping?
Where's the dog sleeping?
Dog should be sleeping out of your bedroom.
In a crate.
Crate in either the main room or in the a spare bedroom. You're going to be forcing your dog in the crate. So don't do that. Use a food lure. Okay. For all the folks that are suggesting that, they've never experienced dogs. They can care less about that, obviously. So it's sort of like getting in the car and use a food lure. It's like you don't know what it's like to force a dog in.
Flagler County, Florida. I said CO. Flagler.
So you're going to be using. Sorry. So an e-collar is going to be your best friend because you can stop unwanted behavior when a dog is in a crate in another room. But we have step-by-step protocols in our Green to Graduate course, our Fearful Dog course.
Sleeps in a bed by our bed. Yep. Get out of the bedroom for now.
Out of the bedroom in a crate.
In the crate.
And I know it's difficult right now, but just to let you know, Ozzy was with trainers for 3 months. He was a basket case in the crate. A basket case in the crate.
Thank you to our separation anxiety.
And in 2 days, he was fine in the crate, sleeping overnight, 11 hours. We have a system on how to stop crate nonsense, and I'll tell you why. Every dog coming into our boarding train sleeps in our home, in the room next to Joelle. They have to be quiet, because if she doesn't sleep, I pay the price. No joke. So they have.
I'm not a nice person when I'm not rested.
They have to sleep. Every dog has to sleep overnight. It's non-negotiable. What happens if my dog has been having separation anxiety for 3 years? They have 24 hours for it to stop in our boarding train. They have to sleep. It's non-negotiable. And guess what? We all do. And then we actually can do other stuff. Then everybody gets sleep. Everybody gets rested. So most people miss lots of things, guys. Most people. Next.
Alpha Basic said, I'm super enjoying this. You're speaking the truth.
Oh, thanks.
Darro, wow, we haven't seen you in a long time. He says, haven't seen you in a long time.
Wow, we've been here every Monday. Every Monday.
All
When we go
the
to,
things you say you do work great. I went to the Elkhart, Indiana seminar years ago. It was fantastic.
oh, yep, Elkhart, Indiana. Michelle. I think she sold that business. She sold her dog training facility. Yeah, we did Elkhart a bunch of times. We did Chicago a bunch of times. We did those are the two right there. Those are the two of them right there. I think what's next? Ohio. Yeah. Elkhart we enjoyed. Next.
Brian said, how much do you charge for your board and training?
Up to $8,000. We charge less than people with half our skills, I'm finding out. I'm finding the dog trainers are charging more than us for 4 weeks than we charge for our 4 weeks. And I'm like, wow. They're doing no behavior.
We're actually on the lower end.
On the lower end.
And for some reason, people.
Yep. So you're looking at a minimum of $6,000 for board and training. And it's intensive and it works. It works. But we have programs for $500, programs for $1,700. You can do an owner shadow for $2,000, which is going up to $3,000 in October. So from June to the end of September, we don't train dogs. We travel. We have a home in Greece. So it's $2,000 for our owner shadow for one dog. If you have multiple dogs, it's going to be more. For one dog, up until the end of May. And then if you start booking in October, it'll be $3,000. I mean, it's day one, it's worth it. It actually is. Day one is a game changer of an owner shadow, and you get 5 days, 2 to 3 hours each day, depending on the burnout of the dog, because they get exhausted because we work them upstairs. They're not running all day. There's actually no exercise other than some structured walks. It's all, and we're not doing brain games. We're doing behavior mod. We're doing state of mind work. We're doing obedience. We're doing drills.
We're getting them out into cafes and busy parks, real world stuff.
But that owner shadow, if your dog already has skills and you come down here, your life changes. But even someone that needs a good head start, with behavior problems. If you're like, I just want to teach my dog obedience, don't do an owner shadow. Join our community. But for the person that has that the shutdown nervous dog, you would join our community for $500, start doing all of the programs, then come down for an owner shadow to really start rocking and rolling. And we have if someone truly wants to be successful, it could happen. Well, I live in New Jersey. There's transport companies. We just put Ozzy on a transport today from here to New Jersey. There's transport companies. You can drive. Small dog, you can fly. If someone truly wants, I am ready to change the life of my dog. I want to live my best life. We have a program for you. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. It all depends if somebody wants it or not. All depends if somebody wants it or not. Yep. Costs money. Sure does.
How much is the mastermind program?
Mastermind program is $3,000. So the mastermind is, the biggest question is, how is it going to change your life? The price is nothing. The price is nothing. The price is the cost is you getting one new client. The price is a cup of coffee a day. The price is minimal. For the mastermind, the price, because mastermind is geared towards dog trainers to teach you how to be very successful. So the price is minimal. The price is non-existent. It's literally non-existent. I mean, it's so funny that people are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to university for a $30,000 to $50,000 a year job. I mean, it's really funny. Where your average dog trainer makes $100,000. So if you're like surprised by that, it's like you get into the right program with the right mentorship team, you can easily make 6 figures as a dog trainer doing basic obedience. So next. Yeah, we'll keep going. We got there's a bunch of questions here.
Okay, let's see. Burke Border Collie. I have a Border Collie that pulls like crazy when he sees his friends in the dog park in our park.
Mm-hmm.
He walks with a nice contact in the subway or bus or busy street.
Mm-hmm.
Should I train with his triggers?
100%.
Like in that park.
Yeah, but you need to know how to stop unwanted behavior or don't. So you need to stop unwanted behavior, but you absolutely do that. But are you using any tools with your dog? Are you using at least a basic prong collar? Because that'll just help you leverage things. We have free walking courses. There's something called walk the walk. How do they get walk the walk?
Go to our website.
Go to our website. It's a free walking course, but use a tool. Use a pinch collar, prong collar. But then watch the course on how to use it. But you always train with your triggers. Train in a sterile environment to teach all your foundations, and then yes, start working your dog above threshold, or else you'll never be able to leave the house. Right? You'll be just on a hamster wheel. Next.
Morgan said, I worked Tank solely at Downs for hours with no distractions this morning, and he 100% improved. Late afternoon, told him place and down with distractions. He went to place and down and stay there. Had them free run, recalling, Tank free running and recall off distractions. No growls. That's a win. Green to graduate. I've been working on for about a month. Highly recommend.
Awesome.
Good job, Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan, you might.
Morgan,
you might want to think about getting into one of our because you have a lot of dogs and you're doing a lot of work. You might want to think about a mastermind. You might want to think about an owner shadow. Frankly, you might want to think about the mastermind for, even though it's geared towards dog trainers, just for your own pack.
We've had owners come
Yep.
who have multiple dogs.
Yep. So, next.
Tabitha said, how we aren't getting any rest right now. It's been brutal. Is it separation anxiety? I think she was piggybacking off of
Separation. How we have courses step by step.
Our separation anxiety course is like $177. It'll change your life.
Change your life. Yeah. I just want you to know. I want you to know. Everyone that does our separation anxiety course, it stops. The behavior stops. Not in 6 months. If you can't sleep through the night, I want you to know that that's the easiest thing to do. Leaving the house, stopping it, that's harder. But sleeping overnight with a dog that will stay quiet for 8-10 hours, it's achievable in less than a week. I want you to know this. It's achievable 99% of them. There's always one lagger. Yep. That's all we do is get success. It's not a sales pitch. I have free videos out there that show how to do it as well. They're all over the place. We have online courses. Yep. I want you to know, if you do exactly what we tell you to do, and you don't feel bad that you're shutting up your dog. Because if you're not sleeping at night and you're like, have a job, you're going to struggle. If you've got a spouse, everyone's going to struggle. Yeah. I want you to know, by the end of this month, at the latest, it would be solved. But 1 week. 1 week is a good thing. We do it in 1 or 2 days, 1 or 2 nights. It's the leaving of the house that's harder, but that takes a couple more weeks. But overnight, the answers are here. Next.
Audrey said, so if the dog whines in the crate in the middle of the night, do you correct with e-collar, bonker? I guess it depends on how they respond to the correction.
Bingo. Yep. The most important thing is we correct it. We address it. Yep. We apply an aversive to it. We make it suck to whine. How about if the dog has to go to the bathroom? Okay. Does the dog have to go to the bathroom? No. Well, then there's your answer. No. Obviously, if the dog's shitting and pissing in the kennel every night and it's whining preceding that, of course. Okay. That's owner failure. But this is under the assumption, though, that the dog's had a good potty routine. But if it's whining and barking just to whine and bark, yes, you apply a punisher. Yep. E-collar or bonker. It doesn't make it worse. They won't have a negative association with a crate. They won't hate you. They won't get some new behavioral problem. Let us shut up and go to bed. And so will you. Next.
Olga, how about multiple dogs household fighting sometimes?
Okay, that takes, we do it. We do it. It's the highest rate of failure for a dog trainer. But number one, start with our most basic obedience package, green to graduate. But you're gonna have to be ready to put the hammer down when they even think of fighting. How do you stop household dogs from fighting? Structured household, proactive by start doing all obedience. Not, well, my dog knows how to sit. No. Can you have 2 dogs? Can those 2 dogs do a downstay next to each other for 2 hours? Can your one dog do a downstay while the other dog is playing tug and the other dog doesn't move? I'm talking real obedience. By the way, it's not more difficult than shitty obedience. It doesn't take any longer. We just have a system for it. And then you're going to be setting them up. There's something called loading. Your dogs there's a precursor to the fight. They're probably doing it. Oh yeah. One of them starts doing something and it pisses the other one off. And I'm like, then you have to know how to put the hammer down. How to execute a high level punisher to one or both dogs. Yep. You're using an aversive. Yep, it's force. Yep, you'll be firm. Yep, it might be uncomfortable for the dog. Yep, if you try to attack your sibling, yes, I am going to make things uncomfortable in your life. If that sounds too much, just don't pay anyone money that isn't on a certain level of what I just said. If it's the polar opposite, no, help them build a wonderful relationship. Yep. No. They just want your money and they don't want results. I don't care if you hire me or not. I just want you to know the truth. It's really important that people stop spending money on stuff that sounds good. Next.
8:15.
Oh.
It's gonna go out.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody. We got stuff to do.
Actually, well,
Jeff would literally go till midnight. So.
Angelo already let out Ellie, and Angelo let out Enzo. He's not let out Sammy yet. I think this week he starts letting Sammy out. So, all right.
Well, Wes has to go out because he just gassed us out of this room. So,
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Madly in love with all of you.
We love you guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.